Well, we're back again. It's your boy Low, and you are listening to Low on the Listen to Low Show. Brought to you by Sweet Fry Production. Also, today we got to recognize one man that made a lot of things possible. It's Green Spoon and Martyr, Michael Martyr. Hall of Fame, Orlando Magazine, Hall of Fame, Man of the Year. Gets no better than that. Glad to be in his presence. I do got to go acknowledge one more man. That's Greg Francis Osborne. And Francis opened up a new office. Always support the Listen to Low show. Powered by Excel Speed Fitness Training. You know how we do it. Excel Speed. Burn, baby, burn. I got one question for y'all this morning. And the question is, how you feel? I hope you feel fired up today. I hope you feel ready to rock and roll today. And every day you wake up in the morning, get another chance to wake up to the morning light and to be the greatest. So I'm here to let you know that I know you're the greatest. You know you're the greatest. Your parents know you're the greatest. Make sure the world know that you are the greatest in everything that you do, everything you try, everything you attempt in life to be the greatest. Because you never know who's watching. Motivation words of the day is fully committed. Fully committed is the motivation words of the day. Are you fully committed to doing everything that you said you was going to do? Not what someone else said you're going to do, not what someone else told you better do, and not their expectation. What is your expectation? Are you fully committed in doing what you said you was going to do? Whether it's fully committed to being a great man, a great father, a great husband, a great football player, a great wife, a great woman, a great volleyball player. Whatever the case might be, did you do everything possible that allow you to be fully committed? Marinate on that for a moment. Let it sink in. Let it sink in now. Because here's what it says in Genesis 2, verse 24. It says, a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one. Committed. Did you guys know, by doing my research, and I was looking at the Tony Johnson book, Uncommon Life Daily Challenge, and he was saying how over half of couples today are living together before they get married. If they get married at all. Why is that? What happened to the sense of commitment necessary to form a strong marriage partnership? See, and when that commitment's not there, and you got kids in the house, they not understand commitment. Because everywhere they go, everything they see, they're going to see people being committed. They go to church, they're going to talk about being committed. They read a Bible scripture, they're going to talk about being committed. They're going to see another husband and a wife, they're going to say committed. Their friends going to have mom and dad that's married, committed. They're going to see it. So they're going to have the same expectation. They don't see that expectation. And they're not around that environment where husband and wife, not just boyfriend and girlfriend, living together, they start to do it too. Listen, a lot of us are guilty of this situation. I'm not no perfect person in myself, but you try. So if that is not the case, then you never even try to be fully committed, shame on you. Let's continue to put in our children's head that commitment is the key. I'm going to tie this in to when an athlete commit to a school. And he's committed. He's locked into that school. His mom and dad, or his support, his mentor, they did the homework. They did the research. They committed to play for this school. If everything stayed the same at that school, no coaches change, no coaches fired, no school on sanction, no school getting on probation, everything's on the same page. Great relationship back and forth with the coach. They continue to recruit you very hard. Why are we entertaining other schools? Think about that for a moment. Here's what a great high school coach named Coach Rick Darlington told me, when my son committed to the University of Notre Dame, he said, your son just committed to the University of Notre Dame, the first football player from a popular committed to the University of Notre Dame. He's going to graduate high school early, with early enrollee. He got all the grades, got everything he wants. He's not going to get a 4-year degree at Notre Dame. He's going to get a 40-year degree, because that degree is going to follow him forever, no matter what changes in the sports world. Because there was no NIL and portal, all that stuff. He said, still, though, he's going to be fine. That's what he said. He said, so if another school come here, ask them about your son, I'm not going to allow them to talk to him. He said, because when you decide to talk to other schools, you decide to take other visits, you decide to waver your decision, when everything's the same, when you committed on point, and they doing their part to keep you, they gave you what they're supposed to give you. Nowadays, NIL, money's all that. What they're doing, you're not being fully committed. It's like being married and flirting with other women. It's like cheating on your wife. It's like stepping out on your wife or your husband. So when you're committed, you're committed. That is the key. I believe the answer lies in what we think about marriage vows or about being committed, period. The common approach today is to consider like this vow is to be nothing more than a tradition, or at best a state of mind or good intentions. I got married. I got committed. Instead of meaning what it says. It says to many people, it means to them, we'll try this relationship out. That's not what committed is. I'm going to commit, but I'm going to see how it go. You're not committed. Listen, as long as a spouse is doing what I expect or doing what they expect or what they're supposed to do, as long as they're doing that, as long as he or she is like fulfilling their needs, the other's need, long as they show love and respect throughout the process, stay committed. Stay committed. But if not, now you'll move on. That's when you move on. When that coach get fired, he's not committed. They start calling, reaching out, he's not committed. When they posting all these graphics for you, now they don't do it anymore. They're not committed. So now you can move on, guys. It's that simple. And like many people grow apart. We know that. Because through the process, if their relationship don't stay and he's talking and communicating, you grow apart in a relationship if you don't communicate, right? And like, put it away. Let's chalk it up. Chalk it up to disagreement. Chalk it up to non-communication. Chalk it up to differences now because you see they committed another person in your position. And they said it was not. I've seen that before. Let's chalk it up like that. Now you got to start thinking. That's when people go their separate ways. When somebody recruits you and then they bring you in and say, I'm not going to bring in another person in your position, and once you commit, all of a sudden here comes another person in the position. Was they fully committed? Now you got to start thinking. If you have other options, you might need to make a move. But now, if you don't have other options, you got to stay and compete. That's simple. If you don't have other options, stay and compete. That's the difference. I don't know how no-fault divorces came about. I don't know. No-fault divorces. How did that even come about? But they turned the whole commitment idea on its head, upside down. Then, like, I don't know if you guys even know, I was talking to my friend, he was saying, like, when it comes to Christ, it's totally different versus an idea in your head of being committed or even an idea pop in your head by being divorced. And that's what happened. We're not looking at it through Christ, on the other hand, encourages. Because Christ encourages us. The uncommon approach is that. Here's what it says. Let no one split apart what God has brought together. But the reason why it's allowed to be split apart, because we're not fully committed. We're not doing through Christ's way. Matthew chapter 9, verse 6 said that. I also say the marriage vow is a commitment. And when we make that vow, we have to have a duty to make the marriage work. If we are men and women of our word, we will. So if that man, that college coach say, yeah, I'm committed. I'm committed to you. I'm accept your commitment to play at University of Nebraska, Oregon, Florida State, Alabama. And you say, well, I'm committed to that school. I keep my word, you keep your word. That's what it says. That's how you make a commitment work. But then all of a sudden, a kid go up there and say, I'm deciding to pick my school, and all the parents back there with a different color shirt on, and they don't decommit it. Right on TV. Embarrassing. They go viral in a negative way. Let's make our choices wisely. If you're going to be fully committed to a program, be fully committed. Understand that adversity can happen still once you're there, but just be fully committed to even get there. That goes from youth sport to high school to college. There's more kids transferring from youth sports than anything. That's a portal for every level now. Youth kid fought around, I transfer from here, and I'm going to go over here and play. Then the same kid went back over here because that didn't work over there because they weren't fully committed. They didn't give it a chance. Same with high school. Right in Central Florida, 115 kids on transfer school and counting in Central Florida, 115 transfer schools. You don't even know where they're at. College, the portal, thousands and thousands still in the portal. Not fully committed. You're not fully committed. We have to be fully committed. Commitment isn't only a marriage issue. I never forget this right here. Never forget. One of my own children once asked if he could quit the team he has joined. One of my kids asked me that. I said no. Don't quit. They gave you a scholarship to play in college, and you wanted to quit. I told him no. He asked that question. I couldn't believe it. But I know how it worked. I mean, I went to college. I ain't had to ask my mama, could I quit? I just left. I had no guidance. I was committed to going to that school, but when I got there, I wasn't fully committed. That's a difference than being committed and fully committed. It wasn't as fun as he thought it would be in college. He thought they were going to go out there, I could hang out, I could do my thing, have fun. It ain't fun he thought it'd be when they go to college. And when we looking up in Nebraska, the practice was cold. Practice was cold. Once my boy made sure that this wasn't for him, I was like, hey, it was no other reason, no other desires to quit. He just didn't want to do it. He just wasn't fully committed in it. I said no, said no, said no. Mama said yes. Now you're on a plane coming home. In my eyes, you can't quit. We also can't force him to play. What you gonna do? That's the difference between committed and fully committed. He didn't have to play. He came on home, decided what he wanted to do. I said, well, now let's find something else to be fully committed. And that's what we did. I want y'all to remember this. If commitment matters with temporary relationship, like playing on a team, how much more does it matter with a relationship like marriage? Let them quit now. They quit on marriages. They quit on companies. They quit at jobs. I tell my kids, don't have all these girlfriends or boyfriends when you're young. Because you break up. Now it's a pattern. And now you get married, easy to break up. How do I know? I witnessed it. I did it. So having multiple relationships before you get married, it's tough. Tough, because now you don't even know how to be fully committed. Because you never was. You committed that moment, but then you divorced. You separated. You broke up. Y'all broke. That's key. It's important to hang in there as long as you can when you're committed. When we say for better, for worse, understand sometimes the better comes after the worse. But always worth working and waiting. Be committed fully in going to the colleges and the different teams. So make sure you make the right decision. If and buts about it. Because if not, it can follow you the rest of your life. Moving in and out of commitment is common today. Be uncommon. Never enter them or break them lightly. And it's your boy, Coach Low. You're listening to Low on the Listen to Low show. Brought to you by Sweet Fire Production. Like it, share it, subscribe. Keep pushing the message. Keep pushing the message because the message is powerful. That's simple. YouTube, Camp King 12, Camp with a K. We'll see you next week.
Take your game to another level today.